my channel. Doing a stitch with me today. I said I would still do stitch with me. It's a couple of days late, but I've been busy. The bedroom's taken longer than normal. I'm working on the stocking kit I got the other day, which I have since been informed it is possibly a Joan Elliott design that they shouldn't have had. Anyway, I've actually turned the design the other way around because it was opposite to the stockings I've done before. So I actually managed to take the image and mirror it so that it will be facing the same way as the other one. I am working on white, which is a bit, you know, not the best, but it's more about the chat, right? Anyway, I'm not sure if I've told you kind of up to date on Ellie. I think I've spoke to you since then, but she's been not completely signed off from physio, but he said, right, I'm not going to need to see you again unless things change or something happens, but I'd like you to come and keep using the gym for the next 3 months just to work on strengthening that joint. So that's what we're doing. We went to the gym last week. She started off on the rowing machine. He likes her to do strength 7 and 500 metres, take a break, then a further 200 metres or above if she feels, you know, okay. So she started on the rowing machine. She'd done a few metres, and her physio came over, turned the resistance up, smiled and walked away. Oh, Ellie was sweating when she finished on there, I can tell you. He'd obviously turned it all the way up. And then she has to walk backwards on the treadmill. I've never asked him why backwards. It must obviously strengthen a different set of muscles. But she started off on there. We've set it at an incline, I think, of 8, which is what he recommended. And then while she was going, he came over, turned the incline up and turned her speed up a little bit, smiled and walked away. I tell you, he really worked Ellie that day. So how have you guys been? How's things with you? My decorating is driving me insane. All the wallpaper's gone, though it took several days because it was coming off in really, really small patches. I swear they'd super glued it on. I think I told you that already. Well, all the paper's off now and it's filling in with filler. There's more cracks, and it's amazing what that wallpaper was hiding, I can tell you. So it's trying to fill in all the cracks now. I can't get the kids to do it just because it's hard when you're filling. The filler tends to fall off or whatever off whatever you're using to put it on the wall with. So I'm having to do it all by myself. And it's driving me nuts because of my joint pains and stuff. There's only so much I can do in a day. I can't cope with more than that. And I'm also suffering with restless legs and restless arms. The other night was insane. I suffer restless legs anyway, which I'm kind of used to. But that night I had it both arms and both legs. I barely got any sleep that night. I was tossing, turning, Just, I couldn't lie still. It was awful. I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that I've been doing the bedroom, but I haven't been kind of overdoing it. I know what my limit is and I'll stop. So I don't think it's because of that, but yeah, my joints are certainly letting me know they don't like whatever's going on at the minute. I'm just falling apart, you know. My mum used to say, we'll put you in a bag and shake you up. What else is there that we've been up to? Gosh, as far as I've only been doing that blinking bedroom. Oh, I did some more of my blanket the other day. Yeah, I haven't touched it in quite a while, and I know they want it for Christmas. So it's been doing my head in because there's so many different colour changes, and I have to keep unwinding certain pegs just to make 2 pegs out of one, just because I don't have, because I tend to wind a lot onto one peg or one bobbin. I don't end up with too many bobbins, so I have to half unwind one just to create a new one of that colour. But actually the other day I did do well. Now I know you're not going to think it's a lot when I say it was only 10 rows, but with the amount of colour changes I have to do and adding in colours when I've got the blanket flipped the other way, so working out where you need to pull the wool from. Yeah. Oh, I've done one too many. Hang on, the one above me. No, that's fine. It's okay. Thought I'd made a mistake then. Tyler's been working. He's had a shift a week while training. He's going back to college next, I think it's next week they go back, or the week after. But anyway, he's been accepted on his 2nd year for vehicle maintenance. He's looking forward to it a bit more than last year, because last year he had to do English and Maths as well, and he I don't know, he didn't like it. I know he complained about his tutor on one of them. I can't remember which, it might have been English. He said he had this one idiot in his class that would mess about, so Tyler removed himself from sitting there, but the tutor, every time something happened, Tyler got the blame or something. But you know, you take kids' words with a pinch of salt, because you never know. You just mark this off. Done that one, and I've done that one. Tell you what, I'm not going to show you the full image because it is stolen, but you can tell I've reversed it. I've reverse imaged. So this reindeer was on the left, just so it matches. When I do my next flash tube, I have some news to share. I'm not going to share it now. I'll share it on my next flash tube, but it's about who this is for, who this will be going to. I have some more parcels on the way, so I'm going to be doing another couple of unboxings. I know I said I was probably going to have to stop the unboxings just because I look like a hoarder. A tidy hoarder at that, but I look like a hoarder. Level. Put it this way, my counted cross stitches take up one tub. That's it. There might be one or two outside the tub, but my stamped cross stitch kits are currently in 2 tubs and still some out. So I need a third tub now. It is getting a bit ridiculous. But I know you guys like the unboxings and I like doing them too. I am going to be a bit more vigilant though on the images I choose because I really didn't know about this one. I haven't checked up on it, but the lady who informed me says it definitely looks like one of Joan Elliott's designs, which I didn't know. So yeah, although I do think I've got too many cross stitches now, I like the unboxings. You like the unboxings. So yeah, I've got another, possibly 2. I'm not sure about 1. I know I've definitely got 1 unboxing coming. I think that's going to be delivered today. I'm not sure about the other one. I've never heard back from them. So we'll see. See how many arrive today. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be a bit more vigilant about looking through their images and choosing one that isn't stolen or whatever. I don't agree with it because it does take away from, you know, the original cross-stitch designer. So okay, let me just mark off that row 2. And it wasn't no easy feat image reversing that, no, mirror imaging that image. I had to take a photo of the chart first, then I had to install an app that would do that for me. I'm going to put the white away. And then I had to save it and then print it. Oh yeah, I was going to say where did I put the bag, but whoops, sorry guys. I put it underneath because I didn't pull out the whole thing. Right, I'm going to say that's 310, isn't it? Yeah. So, what? Oh, it's caught on the staple. Pull off the black. It may come to it eventually that I end up giving some of the kits away as a giveaway. I hate trying to thread this needle. Oh, first time. Boom. Alrighty then. Right, okay. Let me just find out where it is. I'm going to do some black. Second row down. Aha, diagonal to there. actually do it from the front. Saves me having to flip it over to put it through the loop, because that can be a pain in the bum. And then just poke it through there. There we go. So, one. At least you get a bit... Come on. There. At least you get a bit of a different colour now instead of just white on white. I do apologise if you just heard that. That was my belly. Sometimes it can really make some noises. I have to move the hoop because my hand's stretching too far. My thumbs don't like it. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think. Yeah. 5. Nope. 6. 7. 8. Oh my gosh, my son Tyler, he got me into I think I've mentioned it, a series called Suits. Now, it's been out a while, and they finished on season 9, I believe. They did try to do a spin-off with Harvey Specter, but he didn't like it, from what I can gather, so it never took off. So season 9's the end, and I'm gutted because we have absolutely got into it. We watch it every night now. We get in at least 3 episodes before bed. It's sad knowing that when I've reached season 9, that's it. On season 5, I believe. And we've been watching it for 3 or 4 weeks now. Right, 2. But I love a series when you can't help but watch. I used to watch a series, which I think was only in the UK, called Holby City. It's about a hospital. And I've watched that since 1999. From the very beginning. And last year or the year before, they decided to axe the show, which I was absolutely gutted about. They do one similar called Casualty, which has been longer running than Holby, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I didn't find that as good, so I miss Holby. 5. I was just counting them again in my head. I say in my head, I said it out loud. Just making sure. What else have we been watching? We follow someone on YouTube. She's from the Netherlands, and she travels the world on her bike, which she calls Alaska. Her channel name's Itchy Boots, and she's been travelling for quite some time now. She'll take a break and go home, and then she'll carry on. She's just recently decided to take a break, but she's been, oh my goodness, all over. I think she's currently sort of Africa. But yeah, she takes a drone with her, so she gets some really amazing aerial shots of where she is. And it's gorgeous. 3. Absolutely gorgeous. She recently had her clutch burn out. She was going through it looked like sand, but wet, boggy sand. And somebody offered to help her get through. So she'd walk and he'd ride her bike. But during all of that, because it was endless, she burnt the clutch out on her bike. So she kind of got a bit stranded now. When she's been stranded, it's amazing how many people say, look, you know, you're not far from me, I'll come and help you. Or there's someone she doesn't know who stops and helps. And that's what they did. They got a car, picked her up and her bike, took her to somewhere. She had to arrange to have her, so she could stay overnight. She had to arrange to have herself and her bike picked up the next morning and taken to a garage. But they fixed it and it's all good now. But I tell you, she has been to some places. It looks almost desert land sometimes. She meets some amazing people too. So yeah, she's someone we watch religiously. Who else do we watch? Or what else do we watch? Because we watch loads of things. But behave. The thing is with us is if we find a good series, we binge watch. Which is what we've been doing with Suits. My goodness. My stomach. I'm so sorry if you guys can hear that. So embarrassing. Well, we've also watched the series Reacher. We watched the films and we thought, we didn't imagine that it would be good. Where am I at? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, but yeah, we've watched a series called Reacher and that was good as well. Better than we thought. 2 more. We have watched loads of things, honestly. You know when you watch that much, you don't remember all of it? Yeah, that's us. One short. But it's all good. And then sometimes someone else will say, oh, have you seen this? And we'll give it a go. And if we're not sort of hooked within the first 10 minutes, yeah, it generally goes off. But oh well, it's nearly the weekend. I think everyone considers a Friday the weekend, don't they? Because like that's the last day and it's all winding down from there. And then all the kids are back at school next week. But the weather's not been brilliant here, so we've not really heard the kids out and about. Right, I'm going to let you guys go now. My arms are aching. And my thumb. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend. I'm going to try get a lot of cross stitch and blanket done. And I will see you not this Sunday, because this Sunday would have been the one I missed, I think. Hold on. Where are we? 20. Gone. 12th. 19th. 26th. Yeah, in 2 weeks. I had to work that out. That was hard work. yeah, 2 weeks this Sunday for my next floss tube. Hopefully I've got the decorating done by then. I have been stitching here, there and everywhere, so I should still be okay. Anyway guys, have a great weekend. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.